All right. What is up, you guys? So I know I'm kind of standing in a weird spot, but that's because I don't have my tripod today, so I had to have this camera on a piece of wood. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about my thoughts ahead of the Jewish holiday tonight. So this week is Rosh Hashanah, and following Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, is going to be Yom Kippur, and then Sukkot, and then there's Tzom Gedalia. It's a fast after Rosh Hashanah, like the day after Rosh Hashanah, and Sukkot is going to be a long one. It's going to be 8 days long, and then of course it's connected to like the Shabbat and whatever. There's if you're traveling, you're going to want to. Anyway, so the high holidays, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, those are it's a very big chunk of time dedicated to Jewish holidays, and especially if you're Orthodox Jewish, that's going to be a very big time of the year. And I've been thinking about the high holidays a lot because it usually takes up a huge chunk of time. My family gets together, and then I always feel bad because I'm I want to go and hang out with them and stuff, but then there's so much stuff that I'm working on, that I'm doing myself, and then there's always a feeling of guilt, oh my gosh, I never get together with my family, I don't spend enough time with them, and maybe I should, but then in the past when I did, then I would get frustrated and I would resent them because I was spending time away from doing things that were important to me. And so there's always this back and forth with the holidays, and I see other people dealing with it too. I know it's not just me. The feeling of this back and forth, this blurring of boundaries with your loved ones that are religious, and it's the same way that religious people can do what they want, which is religious stuff, maybe you should do what you want, but it's not really like that. And there's always gonna be compromise going in one direction when your loved ones are religious. And to be honest, I don't really know what to do about that. I feel like it's the same as having a very lefty family or friend that are very ideological, and usually they tend to be lefty ideologically. If they're not religious to the right, they're going to be ideologically lefty, and they're going to be I don't know, let's say you have a family or friend that is I identify as whatever, I'm a man, and I identify as amoeba, and I want you to call me Zimzer, and I also can't be around anybody that is not vaccinated with specifically Pfizer 4 times a year boosters, and I also can't be around anyone that is all these very, very strict kind of you have to change your lifestyle for me, and you don't have to change your lifestyle for someone that identifies as amoeba Zimzer, but that's kind of their reality, so you're still gonna want to accommodate it and be but it's kind of the same idea as religion, where you're I'm gonna accommodate you, and I'm gonna pretend that I see that you're an amoeba and that you're a Zimzer, even though I don't actually believe it myself. So I feel it's kind of that with religious people, where you're okay, I'm gonna accommodate you as much as I can, and I'm gonna pretend that whatever you believe is actually true and is real. When I'm around you, I'm gonna believe it with you. And a lot of religious people will actually expect certain lifestyle stuff from you in order to be around them, and it's that's all fine, but what about you? What about your needs, and what about the things that other people need to be around you in order to accommodate you and your preferences? I feel when there's a lot of religious stuff and ideological stuff going on, there becomes a lack of like everybody else that is not ideological. Like if you're not ideological and you don't have all these like expectations and needs and wants and whatever, and it's good to have expectations, needs, and wants, but like oftentimes what ends up happening is like the ideological people become like the loudest voice in the room, and we forget that we're all humans and other people have needs and wants and preferences too, but we just don't care about them because there's no religion or ideology or whatever to amplify that. So it becomes lost in the cracks and you just become forgotten. Whatever you need and care about becomes just, oh, well, this isn't like, you know, for God, or it's not for like some big moral ideology or whatever, but this is just something I like and this is what I care about. And if you say that, you're selfish. If you talk like that, you're selfish. So, you know, there always has to be some kind of moral cause or moral ideology that is like making it so that whatever I need is real. It's real because God said so. God said that in order for you to be in my presence, you need to like dress like this. You need to pray 3 times a day. You need to like, you know, not eat anything on this day, or like, you know, you need to like, you know, totally be focused on me and my needs. You know what I mean? Because God said so. And so the problem with having loved ones that are very ideological is that you're always going to be kind of the selfish person whenever you have needs, but their needs will always be justified because it's under some kind of ideological pretense, I don't know what to say. So I don't even know what the title of this video is. I guess I'll find out when it comes out and I get forced to put a title to this video. But ahead of the holidays and ahead of like, you know, I just want to say, like, what if you were to start your own religion or ideology and you were to say, like, for me, okay, I have certain things that I like. I like my freedom. I like monogamy. You know, I don't hate on anybody that doesn't like monogamy, that is polygamous. I've been meeting you know, people, all kinds of people that don't do monogamy, and they're, you know, seem pretty happy, so I support your happiness. Let's see what else I like. I like you know, so some things that make me feel safe, secure. I like money. I love money. Money makes me feel secure. Financial stability, not just like money in my hand right now. Long-term financial stability, growing wealth, learning about ways to grow wealth. I like art. So what if I were to start my own religion based on all the things that I like and all the things that make me feel safe and secure? The religion of Pardes, the Pardist religion. And based on my religion, you are not allowed to do anything or be anything that goes against my religion for as long as you are in my presence. And this is not me talking. This is God speaking. In my religion, God believes in everything that I say. God believes in all the things that I am saying. In fact, God came and told me all these things in a dream. Last night, in fact. And God said, Pardes, if anybody doesn't believe in the religion of Pardes and doesn't live the way that you want to live and the way that you want them to live, all those people are not only going to hell, they're just bad people. They're bad, gross people that should die. But you know what? Personally, I'm progressive. I'm very like progressive and new and like accepting of all humans, and I love to like be marketable and palatable for the public. And so I'm gonna say, like, you know, I've made an amendment to the things that God said. Like, God said they should die and whatever, but like since I'm very progressive and palatable and loving and accepting of all people, I will say, like, I'm gonna be accepting of you, and I will say that you're probably, maybe, since I said, and I'm a religious leader, so I can make amendments to the religion, I've decided that you won't maybe die. You'll probably just still need to just listen to me and listen to whatever I say. So that's my new religion. And coming up, there will be holidays associated with the Pardes religion. I think I just have to think about it a little more, and I have to think about all the different holidays. Like, there has to be a money holiday. Maybe it should be on April 15th, because that's like tax day in the United States. It's a day when the IRS decides, like, they're gonna give you, like, your money back. You know, so maybe on April 15th, that'll be a Pardes holiday, you know, because I like money. Another Pardes holiday, you know, I like holidays and vacations when nobody else is having a holiday and vacations. Like, if everyone is having a holiday and vacation in, like, November, December, I think that's a time when I want to be working and making deals, because that's the time when you're going to get the best deals, because everyone's busy vacationing and holidaying, right? And also the flights are more expensive, so I don't want to be flying around when it's so expensive. So I'm going to make my flights and holidays and vacations in September, October. So yeah, there's some, I'm onto something. I'm onto the holiday shit, and I'm going to tell you more about it later. Just give me some time. I'm going to come up with, like, a list of all the things I want for my religion. But all I want to say is, like, you know what? There's so many ideological and religious people around there. Why can't you be one too? And you can create your own ideology and your own religion based on shit that you care about. You care about. And you know what? Who cares what religion or ideology already exists? You can create your new one. You can create your own one. You know, they made Scientology off of, like, a movie or some shit. Like, you can create a religion out of whatever you want. So I've decided to start my own religion, and I don't care what anybody thinks. And based on my religion, you have to do whatever I say. Okay, thank you. Bye.